Green Goblin Norman Osborn is regarded as one of the superhero Spider-Man's arch-enemies. Originally a manifestation of chemically induced insanity, others would later take on the persona, including Norman's son, Harry Osborn. The Green Goblin is depicted as a criminal mastermind who uses an arsenal of Halloween-themed equipment, including grenade-like pumpkin bombs, razor-sharp bats, and a flying goblin glider to terrorize New York City. Comics journalist and historian Mike Conroy writes of the character: of all the costumed villains who've plagued Spider-Man over the years, the most flat-out, unhinged, and terrifying of them all is the Green Goblin. Let's start by making something clear. Yes, Gwen Stacy did have a sexual relationship with Norman Osborn, the Green Goblin. My argument though is not about that, but about the confusion that this was an affair or conventional unfaithfulness towards Peter. Or did Norman Osborn actually manage to influence her to sleep with him? You decide. Throughout the years, Spider-Man comics have tackled a bunch of controversial storylines, but there's one particular storyline that could be the most crazy of all. Since Past, written by J. Michael. Peter fights a pair of villainous twins who are later revealed to be Gwen Stacy's children. And who's the father? Norman Osborn himself. Peter receives a cryptic letter from Gwen, written before her death while she was in Paris. Since Gwen has always been a ghost of regret looming over Peter's head, he is shaken by this and later visits her grave at the cemetery. Peter is attacked by two mysterious figures, a man and a woman. But ultimately he manages to escape with the clues in Gwen's letter and some DNA testing later, which involved digging up Gwen's grave. He discovers the mysterious figures were twins, Sarah and Gabriel, who are in fact Gwen's and Osborn's children. Mary Jane's role in this story was to fill in the gaps, as she overheard a fight between Gwen and Norman in which their situation was exposed sometime around Captain George Stacy's death. In The Amazing Spider-Man number 90, Gwen met with Norman and feeling sorry for his mental state connected with him, leading to them having an affair. Sometime after, she traveled to France but eventually returned to New York and got back with Peter. During her trip, the twins were born. There are a few possible reasons why Gwen Stacy might have slept with Norman Osborn. Perhaps she felt like she had no other choice, or maybe she was trying to get information from him. It's also possible that Gwen was attracted to Norman and wanted to be close to him. Perhaps we could argue she did something wrong, that it was wrong for her to have slept with the father of her friend Harry, or to have not told Peter about her encounter with Norman or being pregnant with his children. While Mary Jane keeping Gwen's secret from Peter can be seen as a betrayal, it really is more of a sacrifice of sorts. She kept this from Peter because she promised Gwen and wanted to avoid tarnishing Peter's memory of her. This was solely a story to move the plot forward, no matter how scandalous the theme or how outraged the fans would be.